Where is Mumbi Phiri? We are here because in the morning, a few hours ago, there is a video, audio from Madam Mumbi Phiri that her letter has gone missing. And let's just listen to the letter before we proceed. There was a letter this morning that Mumbi Phiri's letter has gone missing. I'll just play that and then we proceed.
Has disappeared. Letter which the DPP wrote that they are not going to prosecute this case has disappeared in Imansa. It hasn't reached Kawambwa. And the prosecution team here, they are still waiting for that letter up to now. Thank you and have a good morning. Letter which the DPP wrote that they are not going to prosecute this case has disappeared in Imansa. It hasn't reached Kawambwa. And the prosecution team here, they are still waiting for that letter up to now. Thank you and have a good morning. Letter which the DPP...
Okay, so I'm here because of that. That is Madam Mumbi Phiri, that the letter which the DPP wrote has disappeared in Mansa and it hasn't arrived there in Kawambwa. And my comment is like, this is 2025. So this government does not know how to use scanned documents to scan a letter, save a letter in PDF and then scan it and then email it. How can a letter disappear? This is very, very embarrassing. It is very embarrassing that a letter can disappear in 2025 with all this technology, where any document can be converted into PDF, scanned, and then sent via email, even WhatsApp. You can send a letter, you can attach a document and CC all the relevant authorities. Isn't it shameful that a letter can disappear in 2025? What kind of a government system are we running in Zambia? This is my question today. In the age of technology, we are living in a digital age. A letter can disappear. It is a shame. It is a shame, really. The DPP should have scanned this copy, made it, convert into a PDF, scan it, and email it to relevant authorities. How can a letter be in the hands of one person only? In 2025, a letter can be in the hands of one person? Are we serious? Tiwa Papa. Kutiwa Papa. Anyway, we just hope you release Madam Mumbi Phiri as soon as possible. And all this nonsense of letters disappearing better stop. Everyone has a smartphone now. Everyone. You can receive email, send email via a smartphone. You don't even need a computer. You can even send a PDF document on WhatsApp or many other forms of messaging. We thank God she has been released. But we have to talk about what they did. We have to talk about a letter being lost. In 2025, when we have everything is on the fingertips, you just scan it to PDF, you save it whatever format you want. You can send via email, via messenger, via WhatsApp, via regular message. Thank God she's released. And she better go to the hospital for examination and start preparing her lawsuits against those people who falsely accused her. We thank God Mumbi Phiri is released. And she better start preparing her lawsuit for those who falsely accused her. But we don't want to hear again. Zambia police in How can a letter get lost in 2025 when everything is digital? Everyone has a smartphone. Every police officer, every government official has a smartphone. In fact, the government should buy these phones for every officer. Bafulo kwatama laptop, nama smartphone. Everything is conducted per phone. So, moving away from this topic of Madam Mumbi Phiri, thank God she's okay. Thank God she's okay. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Excuse my French. Post office or to my telegram when everything is on the fingertips up. Yeah? Now, Madam Irene Khan Navesa, if you all don't know, Madam Irene Khan is a rapporteur, a representative of the United Nations to come and investigate the freedom of speech in Zambia. And the reason why she's coming to investigate the freedom of speech in Zambia is due to the numerous complaints of abuse of human rights violations. That's why Madam Irene Khan is in Zambia. Tabeshire mukwangala. Ba UPN, ba UN, tabemyafyo muntu. UPN, United Nations will not send an entourage to any country on flimsy charges. For United Nations to send a contingent to Zambia, it means these are serious. So take advantage of Madam Irene Khan's visit to Zambia. She will be in Lusaka, Livingstone and Kitwe. Make sure you attend their meeting. If you can't, make sure you email her. Whatever abuse you have, if it happened to you or somebody, email her. All this, her email is on the website. Just type UN Irene visit, United Nations visit to Zambia, Irene Khan. If you type on the internet, information is going to come up and the email address will come up for you to report whatever abuse has been happening in Zambia. Now, I come to the breaking news which is happening, which happened, I think, yesterday, where Honorable Cornelius Mweetwa, I'm going to read what he said. I'm going to read what Honorable Mweetwa said about this visit of Madam Irene Khan. So yesterday on the Zambia Daily Mail, if you go to Zambia Daily Mail, there is an article which is, I'll read it so that you don't misquote me. The Zambia Daily Mail says, government says it has been, Zambia Daily Mail says, government says it has unearthed a scheme by some opposition political parties in which they intend to tarnish the country's name by flooding alleged complaints of human rights abuses through emails. Speaking during a media briefing in Mongu, Chief Spokesperson Cornelius Mweetwa urged the international community not to pay attention to the alleged abuse of human rights peddled by the opposition because their claims do not in any way depict the reality. Mr. Mweetwa said the scheme the opposition and their sponsors want to incite young people, women, and other groups of unsuspecting citizens to send as many emails alleging human rights abuses. He said the emails are intended for the intention of the international community, alleging that the rights of the complainants have been abused in one way or another by the UPND. So that is Mr. Mweetwa making that statement, and I would like to respond to that. So, first of all, I think those claims, this is my opinion, this is the freedom of speech we are talking about. Mr. Mweetwa, for him to claim that this is a scheme that the UN to send Madam Irene Khan as a plot or scheme to discredit the UPND government is quite embarrassing and shameful, because I don't think the entire UN has got time and money to waste to come and investigate false charges. For the UN to send a whole contingent here to come and investigate these abuses, it means there must be some truth to it. Now, I am the one of the persons who went on my page and said, let us send emails for all the abuses that the Zambians are going through. I am one of the people. And this is not a plot by Cornelius Mweetwa. Nobody is trying to tarnish your government. You are the people who have tarnished your own government. To be honest, let's be honest here. Ba Mweetwa, let's call a spade a spade. Mwebe nena muyona wila. One way is churufya tayari today. Churufya tayari alikuisa chishe, churufya tayari chwabutukira mcharo. Because he was speaking, and out of what Chirufya Tayari said, you slapped with his charges and threatened to imprison him until we all know the story of Chirufya Tayari. So is that fake? Story of JJ Banda. JJ Banda was abducted, and where is JJ Banda today? Is that fake news? And JJ is a member of parliament. All these people, they are high-profile people. Chirufya Tayari is a president for an opposition party. JJ Banda is a member of parliament. Munia Zulu is in court. For what? He just said something. And that is a member of parliament, Honorable Munia Zulu. Honorable Savoy Mboila, she's a president for a political party. She was being tormented, spending days in jail until she got a judgment. Why? Because of speech. A lot of people, Honorable Binwa Mpundu is the latest one, who was charged, and the Honorable Binwa Mpundu told us to say, in the cell, there were over 50 youths arrested for just complaining about this government. So how can you say that we are making up stuff? No. The fact is, in UPND, you have failed to silence Zambians. Now, instead of admitting that you have failed to silence Zambians, you are flipping it on us, the opposition, that you want to tarnish your image. Image mwayona widafe mwebene by trying to oppress some Zambians. Mwayona widafe mwebene baba UPND. In fact, there is another person, I will even mention him. It's not a secret. Siawan went online and said, all the opposition is dead. As we approach 2026, there will be no opposition. All opposition is going to be arrested, and all the social media pages will be shut down. That's what Siawan said. So, if Siawan was lying, or if you don't support what Siawan said, why didn't UPND government, or since you are a GRZ spokesperson, why didn't you come and refute the claims and Siawan? Because Siawan said it. It is still there on social media. He said, opposition mureka kiwa, all opposition pages will be shut down. Siawan said it. He said, and if by UPND we got this, the only pages that will remain are the pages supporting UPND. Siawan said it. So Siawan Ingarebepa, Imweba Mweetwa as government spokesperson, why didn't you come and condemn what Siawan said? And say that the GRZ has nothing to do with it? Why? But now, Imweba Cornelius Mweetwa, you can come and say that opposition is trying to tarnish the image of the government. When you're the government, they are people. Sorry to say, even my son Matomola Kwanya, he's been saying it. You are going to see it. It is our time. Nobody will be talking. Matomola Kwanya says it. He is a youth chairman for UPND. So if you don't support what Matomola Kwanya is saying or what Siawan is saying, why is the government quiet? Silence is violence. It means you are supporting. So I don't think it's right that Cornelius Mweetwa can come and say all those things. When we know all the abuses that is happening against the opposition. The other thing I want to talk about is the statement by Nevas Mumba. There's an article posted on Honorable Emmanuel Mwamba's page about what Nevas Mumba has said about these human rights. So Nevas Mumba is a president of an opposition party. But instead of Nevas Mumba standing with the people, he is standing with a government that is oppressing its citizens, which is a shame, Nevas Mumba. It's better you are quiet. Let this Madam Irene Khan, I know that Madam Irene Khan hasn't traveled alone. She has an entourage. Let this entourage visit all the prisons in Zambia, even Mulusaka Mudiamwine. Let this entourage of Madam Khan go in the prison and interview the prisoners and why they have been held in detention and how long they have been detained and why they have not been taken to court to answer charges. So, human rights abuse. I've been talking here. You think I'm joking? Why mwena lero? Why mwena kale na yambo kulanda? Stop violating Zambians' rights. So now what can you say? Shamelessly now by Cornelius Mweetwa kutimwambo kulanda ati we are plotting against you. No, we are not plotting. You are the ones who have been plotting to silence Zambians. Number, you have failed to silence Zambians. It has backfired. That's why the UN are in the country to investigate. Let the UN go in all the detention centers and interview all those people there why they have been detained. And send as many emails as possible to Irene Khan. In me, I've already sent my own. My own email to explain what kind of abuse I'm facing. I'm also about to send another one where, the capture of the registrar. If you are a president of this thing that happened to PF, it happened to many political parties, including New Era Democratic Party. They are changing presidents at the registrar without following the manifestos of a political party. I am the president of New Era Democratic Party. Overnight, they went and changed, removed me as a president. Why? Why should a registrar change a president of a political party without following the manifesto of a political party? A good example is New Era Democratic Party and PF. They changed the president of PF overnight. Babika Pomao Sampa, the biggest culprit, the biggest Judas Iscariot. All these problems started with Mao Sampa. Hadn't Mao Sampa been used, PF will still be intact. The problem started with Mao Sampa. This is another thing which we need to report to the UN to say the registrar of societies is changing presidents of political parties without following the manifesto of political parties. My party, which I founded, I informed people whom I brought in to help me because I'm not local in Zambia. I took people I trusted in my background. Let us work together. Let us found this party. I did all the paperwork. I paid everything. Everything was fine until we launched the party. People went to registrar and removed me as president, and the registrar signed on it. It's illegal. All those abuses are illegalities under this government, which has never happened anywhere. Because any organization, if they want to change anything, they must follow the manifesto of that organization. So how come this government is allowing office bearers to be changing a presidents of organization, overlooking the manifesto of political parties? It is criminal. And we have to report that as well. It's not only PF that has suffered that through Mao Sampa. Even New Era Democratic Party, NDC, and I think even UNIP is the same thing. We are watching, and we are not going to allow this government to pick and choose who should be a president for a political party. Through manipulation is starting at the registrar, because the registrar is supposed to stop any illegal activities in political parties by ensuring that whatever is happening in a political party is what is mandated in the constitution of that political party. So I am done, guys. It's good that Mumbi Phiri na bafuma, but the shame is a letter to get lost when we are living in a digital world. Inkarata irenda pa basi, irenda pa molu ya chilaenda ngrata ofuma kulusaka. She should have been released within the hour of that the letter being issued. Mumbi Phiri should have been released, not 24 hours later, and then there is a drama to say the letter got lost. It's a shame. It is really a shame, you know. So we'll be here, we'll be talking. But you PND tamapange chalo kwati mpamushipamienu. We are not going to let you. We are not going to let you by UPND turn Zambia into a kingdom where we have a king who is issuing commands. No, we are not. So idea shiyo. Nkarata kutia aluba. Let me read the comments before I go. Moses Zulu, what have you done so far to report matters? Which matters are you talking? Whenever you in Zambia. Ule mwana kwa abantu bale yangala. Greetings,
Hello,
comrades.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good to see you.
I'm
Go
happy
ahead.
to see you.
Happy to see you too.
Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
maybe enjoy nekabiri maybe network hapa. Mwamona cha?
Bwino.
Okay, mulishani mayo.
Bwino tata mwaisen.
Emgwaye. Numba nena laipusha kokowati. Wa Cornelius Mweetwa baleve pesha ba opposition. Usheta wa mwene wataboka wana ili abalandira okowati. Bali abale kwatama WhatsApp group twalawa konka shani so tabale mona vena okowati filia ifyalo fimbi filemona. Ai mayo.
Mwananda bwino because nabakateka bene ba HH balilandire. But we have spies. Atitamuna na nionse muba pa Twitter. Eh?
Yes. Then again,
the president himself, he says, we are watching you. We have spies in those groups.
Abuse of human rights came from the head of state himself. Yes. The time when he made Chipo standing in the presence of many people there. Chipo, can you stand? Does she look like someone who has got a pregnancy? That was human rights abuse. Simamene mayo. Mona. So, Cornelius Mweetwa atuwawa tabula kabe pesho. Efe walanda. Uwawa tabula kabe pesho. But Cornelius Mweetwa tarnishing of government ya Zambia is by the UPND. It is caused by the UPND government. Olomuli kaunda umwali one party state tafia tala chitikapo efi. Twali aba ichefwe bambi but tatwa talile mona pofia efi. So the UPND government bebe pesho munturu onse because filatwala ndrema social kovati you used to advise them but tabale unfa. L2 mayo ni kwiseko abena Zambia balaya because all the courts in Zambia yali mbino yabo tefyo fine. So wala tupela fair judgment ni nani because uko watwala omulandu iwe tawawine olo bakuma utwale omulandu tabaite bali abantu abakumine. Now where do they think we are going to go as a country or as opposition political parties? But Cornelius Mweetwa is on record saying, I'm also part of the people who caused the confusion or who sponsored the confusion in PF. Yes. So where is he? You know, ngaturefu okufumamo bena pa echilipo bashterialize to say but never to allege that tatwaishibe kuba ifi alava iliashi. Number that not sambirira tafya katale chitikapo. It is better that way. Then Zambian people will judge to say, these people are remorseful. And like what is happening now, Cornelius Mweetwa nomba bambo kubika ama opposition political parties as if ever lengero kwati ba UN bese. These people now bakwata intelligence yabo. Not kwatama ambassadors here in Zambia. A Swedish ambassador alilandire popa corruption. They never worked on it. So balenje wati baliama ambassadors abali mu Zambia. They don't see what is happening in Zambia. They see. So if we're not to temwa ko ati ba UN nabesa and we'll make sure that whatever information we may have we'll tell her. So bena nomba bali lando ko ati I'll give a constructive report when I'm done. Last day. To them, they must wait for that day to come. Maybe the findings will be in their favor. You can't stop.
My brother. They have already investigated.
Yeah.
Here they just have to come to confirm.
Yes.
They will leave somebody here.
Yes.
From now until this matter is resolved, there are living representatives here to be monitoring the situation.
Yes.
Because
and in a good mamayo, these people they help us to the fullest until 2026. Because my olokulia kwine ku ukuliama by elections nomba kupeta uke pambashi and like there must be people going there about UN but wafe because ngabaya fie apata baeko kuyapanga ekimfulunganyo mulewunfo tabayeko because baleti inogobati bala tumwenamu but the moment that person leaves this country
They are
nishama
not
problem.
leaving, my brother.
Okay.
They are here to stay. Mwadi
Okay.
Trump inauguration yakwa Trump alilanda. One of the agenda yakwa Trump is to end wars in the world. So they don't want any kind of confusion in Zambia.
Yes.
And they will make sure that everything is done peacefully. This Madam Irene Khan will leave representatives here and then Ingaya, she's not going. The findings will be represented in June to the UN Council. So from now on, they have to investigate. They will continue investigating. And they have hired people, Babashushu. They are working underground to monitor the situation. So we are apachimono okwebati to our map number, but to become more glass ball, per microscope. Whatever is happening in Zambia is under microscope.
Then chimbecho ndefo okulanda komayo ndelilira vana mayo muno mu Zambia tamwaikatana nachumfa ubi sana ukumfa ba Mumbi Phiri filya kuilishanyo kobati ushendi mwaume mwambika pesa usheba na mayo banandi mulikwi even those who were in previous regime bana mayo balikwi. Where are they to stand up for your fellow woman who has suffered 2 weeks without bathing, without doing anything in the cells? I think going forward, Vanamayo, tufule yafurisha no kuitemwa. Mamona. Because if Vanamayo evengi muno mchalo, if ba metule banon, nomba de double kwa tamwai katana, chinshi chilelenga mayo. Hello?
I think she went if you are pasuka.
Because Mumbi Phiri wangu kusovi sana. Now,
Landa, you can cobra landa. Na jinchi senga. Only four
bali kwi. Vaimbovera vari kwi. Vachalakateka vari kwi. Where are those women, powerful women, when nani kani our former ministers? Where are they? Winner, where are you? As a mother of this country, the first female vice president in the country.
Where is she?
Yes, Madam Tinta, where are you? When a woman like that one is treated like that, so Mayowa Mutinta, Bale Umfawino Wanakateka wa Esther Lungu, but in Maseos, Venavala Navalala. In an actual that was very bad. It was very bad. At
women of Zambia need to wake up. All these women. So how can you lead? How can you want to be a president? You can't stand up for someone being oppressed. Eh?
Yes.
There are many women. I'm calling you out. My sisters, let us stand with the justice. Let us stand for our fellow women.
Yes.
Where are you? I only saw Jinchi Sengewa Ireka Kudia Mkuba Mona. Jinchi Senga, I saw her take a picture with the Mumbi Phiri. This is about political or whatever. It's a humanitarian Ubuntu Bunamayo. If you politics in Shaeko, because
and this is where now, Mayo, this is where a lot of people are mute because the way I'm talking, I've got a political party. Okay? In a case where Vanjikata, who is going to stand for me?
Unless it's a political case.
Yes.
Human rights ya kwana mayo na mayo ba musunga 2 weeks ukwa kusamba ukwa museo mo abatamu toilet tasamba so bana mayo ma politicians na mwikala ama human rights activists uko balisa na appoint na mayo bachilanda ba mumbi because there is a woman over say appoint nobody efona na rubber stamp useless ulena mayo babikire ku human rights apape ninga na irango bukali bwa kupali Mumbi Phiri
To me,
let me go and see what is happening there. Mumbi Phiri. What conditions are they holding her?
And to me, Mayo, echonala nkatemwa sana. Kai all those people bali abasonterwa enfuti bali bashita compensate. So nachilanga wa DPP na walemba kwa ulia she's innocent. So the government also should also compensate Mumbi Phiri because for detaining her with no case to answer. Mama nate. These are the things that ba UPND abe neveka bale ikaka bale stefintu but ukukumba difimbi tabale control layo. Ichi chintu bana mayo nga namkwatama numbers yaba bantu mwalumbula mayo. We must talk to them. Na mayo bali ani ba mayo ine is my mother. Na mfoubi ba Mumbi bale ilandira abe neveka when she's in chifungo. When there are people who are free. When mufungwa umwineka ailandira
Edith na wakwina bamutinta ba first lady tetubalandeko na unoyo wine wanyoyo babika pa ku Human Rights Commission.
Yes. No one has spoken
there's a
on
new
behalf.
commissioner ku Human Rights Commission. Aisa venachibira ngana ila ngoku kadi bwakwe inako benganta chane nchito bakainde parapene nga bampera ile nchito na mwana ifi bifire chitika kuti naima ngana alini na ngadi basi na ya mwana ba Mumbi Phiri kulia natino kutino you can't hold elone ifini fya kulabilima ba Mike imposha baya lembesha fyo muntu without investigating ba mukaka.
You see? That is
not without investigating a case. You throw them in jail.
Mama no. So mayo bana mayo please ba afyashiwesu ne misepela yonse afwa neni if tatule support emilandu but chilecho twamono kwa ululufyengo abantu bafule bayima nokulanda po kulandira ko muntu uli mu kifungo nokumukoselesha shamona po ine shatala monapo if twapatana bana mayo. That's why we don't support each other when it comes to voting. Na mayo nga mwamuyiminika alepona because you don't support each other, which is very very bad. Na umfoubi, and this should not repeat itself. Kuli imwe bana mayo tien tuikatane bana mayo muikatane so that ifindunga pali rufyengo mwabomberapo imbi ndevo ya maybe ndande kodho tairi sana na mwisho kuli ama by elections hello ine na mona kwati ba electoral commission of Zambia nga kuli ama by elections bale shita suspendi ukushita register ama voters at that particular period or that particular province because abakwata fe access iya kutunta abantu kuyachita register niba ruling party mule chumfa hicho which is causing a lot of confusions mu by election kairi mulesango ko bati bali abali mu opposition tetibatunta abantu balabe bati nabeba no mulandu balaba pera. So inena chimonoko suggestion eonkwete if vice that can be suspending registration of NRCs and voters card in that particular region or area at that particular period. Ishishive for much more.
In a form for the few which they feel kubati. One aba mwangalaza no mix na boniba problem. Baba kwisize na bala tuletera ma problem. Twali beba kalene na nilanda po kwe bati mwangalaza no mix ngana bafirwa kwisize but they resign. Efe tulera ndefine elonga twayambo kulya sosa kudya kuma UN at you want to tarnish our image. But mwewe ne mule tarnish image yenu. UPND, you are tarnishing your own image.
Yes.
Zambia police is not working because Zambia police bafiro kutumama kapokola kunche ndio kuli ama elections bafiro kutumama kapokola no kubika ma roadblocks nama basi ya kula endo kula tunta abantu fya kitike kawambwa ngata fya kitike ba police ngabale bomba efe bafiro kula bomba.
Yes.
It couldn't panda ba police ngabali ya pala pene panga ndo bale print da makadi ba police ngabali ya no kukaka abantu abale print. I'm a voter's card when an active election is going on. We are having
Awe.
illegality and the police is turning a blind eye. Elo binu mpundwalande kofia defend yourselves at sedition.
No. Awe lesa natulubula and achirya letulubula mpaka 2026.
Okulanda nomba patakuli kuleka mwebantu akulande nama comment mule posta. Nga batushita violate yo ino kuwa kuingira mu inbox kuisa kukuta threaten. Take a screenshot of that threat, write an email and send it to the UN.
Twatotera mkwai.
Anybody who is threatening anybody, screenshot. That is your evidence. Yeah. Praising him.
We'll be doing that.
Because the president and the spokesperson can make a statement. Zambia is a democracy. Let's not insult each other or stop people from speaking freely. But if it's pressing when they can say stop that. But in the ronda Cornelius in Sharade Mungan. Chiwoko Radiquis, Arela Mungan. Why me by himself? The Tatulasuminition Salu instead of Shapa why me, but we are just saying we want a fair, equal and fair justice.
Yeah.
Say Afilia Kakiwa. To require a clean social media whereby youth are reaching the Kafuba Fiashi, Nama politicians won't say. Therefore, to therefore, you muchishi.
Awe, twatotera mayo.
Mkwaina totela. Thank you so much. Mwebale tamba. Bwereni pama page mwinati na inobali tamfia abantu nganinewo pano ama keyboard gangsters wala konkela abantu na page yandi blocked. Efo nalishta na report. My page is blocked. If people go and find me, but people no madam, long time where have you been? I've been here, but pledge and body block up Zambia. I want to tell you, they abuse you. This is the same abuse we have been talking. People have saying, madam, long time where have you been? I've been here, but my page has been blocked to Zambia. People don't see my page in Zambia. This is the part of the abuse we are talking about. Restraining our freedom of speech. So, Eliashi, we thank God Mumbi Phiri is out, but the shame is a letter to get lost. Inkarataputia lubashani. Inkarate ne papas. Munguru. You know? Munguru yo. Elo Banevas Mumba. What you are saying, Banevas Mumba. Banevas is better you are quiet. Because you know the abuses of this government. Actually, the person who should retire from politics is Banevas Mumba, because you are not helping anybody, but helping yourself. If you retire from politics, Banevas Mumba. He's on the wrongs. He's a president of a political party, but supporting a government who is oppressing its citizens. Does that make sense? No. So that is all I had to say, guys. We'll be here. We'll be talking. Thank you.